Gaming is culture.
You fucking whiny whore.
Gaming.
Oh my god. Now we have like literal fucking gooner slop, bro. Jeez. Grab your lotion, guys. Grab your lotion, the Kleenexes, crusty sock, whatever you might need. This one goes out to Rent a Dog, bro. Oh my god, bro. This is like literal soft core porn. Oh my god. Holy, that's right, dude. Apparently, it's not even age restricted, so I'm guessing it's fine. Check the comments. You can't do that anymore. It's probably all Korean. I don't know. Asmon got me here. So I guess Asmongold watched this on stream. Bruh. Reminds Asmongold of his girlfriend. Yeah, they kind of look the same. Let's see, so SNK Nostalgia with the 2, look at usernames gifted, not people actually. Well, we have a lot of lurkers in the chat who aren't necessarily, like, talking, so they might actually be real viewers. They just don't participate in the chat. And Doom Studios of the 249, leaker won't show Lucia gameplay. He's anti-woke, that's right. Women in video games is woke, dude, so... GTA 6 confirmed woke. SNK Nostalgia with the 2. Legendary drops. GTA 6 is honestly the best tape. I think we watched that one, but... Yeah, I mean, a lot of these videos are just becoming very, very formulaic. And SNK Nostalgia with the 2. This isn't Ghost in the Shell, but it could be. And also SNK Nostalgia with the 2. Really appreciate it, man. We can finish. Indeed, man. You can do it. Jesus, bro. Oh, man. Who was it that recommended this? Wing Cake. Oy vey, man. It's tempting him, that's right. Thanks to everybody. She performed in LA at the Anime Con. She was hired for one of the panels. I hope she becomes... Wait, hired for what? The stripping session? Yeah, you gotta pay to remove the heart, bro. I guess not. Does she speak English? Probably not. I have no clue, bro. This fucking music, bro. You want a wife like this? Too bad, Chud. Looks like Tifa? I guess, yeah. Not too far off. Uh-oh, there's a tear in the stockings, dude. Yeah, it's the chick from the Korean game. The best game, bruh. More like the breast game. Such a corny joke. That was the point. That was quite literally the point. Thanks for pointing that out. How long was that video? Long enough. Wink? Is that your type? Not necessarily, but I probably wouldn't say no. If you know what I'm saying. But no, that's not like my type. So I'm into wild women personally, but you know. Skinny white chicks, you know, slim, athletic build, light brown hair. Perfect. But crazy volleyball moment no one expected. Oh, nobody cares about the men. No one cares. Nobody cares. Alright, that's kind of gross, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little too muscular. You're starting to look like a dude at that point. Yeah, that's too much, bro. Way too much, like, fucking... What's that shit called? Vascularity or whatever? Yeah, nah, that's a little too much, man. Yeah, she has a nice face. That's the thing. If she just eased up on the muscle mass and definition, like, she'd probably be really hot, but... That's a little too much. If it's not AI, which that's the other possibility too. Like most of these videos are AI, most likely. Alright, well, next up we got this.
All right, I had a chance to play Call of Duty on the Switch 2 earlier today. It was part of the Call of Duty Next event where Activision opened up servers for a bunch of different people. It seemed like there were a lot of streamers in there, people who were pretty good at Call of Duty with that in mind. But I did have a chance to at least play the Switch 2 version for a little more than an hour, and I wanted to give some of my early thoughts on, yes, what is a beta build of the game right now, but one that at least gives us an idea as to what we're going to be looking at with Call of Duty's return to Nintendo's platform for the first time since the Wii U with Call of Duty Ghosts, which I think was 2013. So 13 years ago. So we'll see how this one went. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, though, and subscribe if you're new. I also want to point out that this is the first time Call of Duty has returned to a handheld system, or at least in this case having a handheld mode, since it came out on the Vita as 2012 with Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. And I'll start off with a positive. This game is significantly better than that one. So that it doesn't really raise the bar very much. Hey, look, we're at a starting point here for that. So again, I got to play for a little more an hour. I did jump between docked and handheld mode and attempted to get footage of both. I say attempted because it's kind of difficult to get handheld footage with a twitchy shooter like this. I'm also trying to look at the screen.
I mean, graphically speaking, it doesn't look that bad, honestly.
While I'm playing, tabletop mode was a bit better, but nonetheless, I did get footage there. Docked mode, I did record at 4K at 60 FPS, so you can set the video to 4K and 60, and should get a decent representation as to what we're looking at here. They were also cycling through game mode, so they kind of did
like, you can obviously tell it's toned down, but for it being a handheld, that's pretty cool, honestly.
It seemed like every 15 minutes.
And it looks like it's running very smoothly, so...
or so, and then different game modes would appear. So I tried to jump between multiple different ones, but I did tend to gravitate towards, oh, there's team deathmatch, I'll go ahead and jump into that. But there was one that I actually really liked quite a bit, which was gunfight, and in this case, it was 10v10, and you drop in, and they're done in different rounds. So it's like 1st to 5 for either team, and they'll just drop you in with random weapons. So you might go in with a sniper, and...
like, all things considered, man, it's pretty crazy that this is, you know, running on the Switch 2. So it's pretty neat to see.
And it might just be your fists in one round, and then you jump in the next one, and it's an assault rifle, and you have like a Desert Eagle or something. So I do tend to like Infinity Ward's takes on Call of Duty this year in particular.
Me too.
They are saying they're going to be trying to be more grounded or boots on the ground, and not have Beavis and Butthead and Ninja Turtles running around in the game. How long does that last? We'll see, because
a few months, then they'll add all that shit.
I understand the poll in terms of just how much money they can make by having a Seth Rogen-inspired dummy mode.
Subscribe, donate,
I've seen
or
that
get
in
the
past.
fuck out.
Must be quite strong. because I'm sure I guess there's just a lot of money to be made there. Okay, so with the Switch 2 version, it is parity across the platform. So while I was playing on the Switch 2, there were also people playing on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and on PC. The thing that I noticed and I thought was pretty cool was that with the Switch 2, it has the microphone on the top. So even in docked mode, if you just start talking, they will hear you and you communicate that way without having to get a headset and make sure you're good to go there. So it is nice in terms of the convenience factor, and no one seemed to have any issue with the quality of voice that I had through the microphone in docked mode while it was sort of off to the side. I was playing on my monitor, which is where I usually play when me and a couple of the other guys would play Call of Duty over the past several years now. I play on the Xbox Series, so it was a little jarring going to the Switch 2, mostly because when it first pops up, you see the visuals. And it's pretty obvious in this case. Again, they said it's a beta build and it's a little older, not necessarily representative of the final product. So I have some footage. It'll be interesting, I think, to compare it to what we end up getting later on in October to see if they were able to change any of this. But it does look lower resolution, especially if you're up close like I am with my monitor here. Maybe a little different when you're sitting further back, say, on a big screen TV or something. You're like 8 or 10 feet back or something like that. But it seems like it's around the edges of characters, around your gun, anything like that. Buildings, there's like, they don't have any anti-aliasing, it looks like. But then whatever they're using to reconstruct the image or upscale it, it leaves a lot of artifacting around different things, especially when you're swinging the camera or when you just start running with your character. You can see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll try this out when the beta comes out on the Switch 2. I'll give it a shot and see how it is.
Sort of your weapon breaking up as it's moving back and forth very, very quickly. Little distracting. The image itself feels very grainy most of the time. I guess is the best way I can describe it. But because
I don't know, I think this is kind of fascinating, man. That they're able to get this type of game running. It's just pretty cool. It's like Doom Eternal on the Switch. Like, do you want to play it that way out of all other options? Of course not. But it's cool that it's a thing.
They have that image set the way they do, it is attempting 60 FPS. I say attempting because I would say it's there more than it's not. It does jump around quite a bit, mostly when there are a lot of people on screen. So I also did like 6v6 team deathmatch, and there were points where you and a bunch of your teammates would run in an alleyway with a bunch of other enemies, and then you would see things start to hitch and move around a bit in terms of that frame rate, and that indeed can be kind of frustrating in a fast, twitchy shooter like Call of Duty that will lean into some of the competitive side, and so that's kind of what you deal with, at least for now, in this beta, for the Switch 2. Even the PS5 and the Xbox Series do have 120 hertz modes where they will aim for 120 frames or something, all right? So I'm sure people who are interested in the Switch 2 version may get it and then immediately just turn off crossplay, because I do believe, just from what I was playing, the Switch 2 version is at a disadvantage outright, whether it's the lower resolution, so it's kind of harder to see enemies further off, or the fact that they run at half animation when they're further off, or the fact that you may have stutters or drops in frame rates. A lot of this stuff does lean into the Switch 2 version having a harder time against really any of the other versions of the game. I will say, though, handheld mode covered up a lot of those visual deficiencies that I was referring to before, and it actually looked better there. And even like frame rate wise, it seems smoother. I'm not sure if they were tapping into VRR or anything like that. I didn't really get any information conveyed to me. But the issue you run into,
dude, that's just sick that you can actually. I don't know, man.
Handheld mode,
like, this is the type of stuff you always wished for when you were a kid, like, oh, I wish I could play Call of Duty on a handheld or something. And it's like, well, here it is. It is kind of neat.
Joy-Cons themselves have very limited travel with the joysticks, so it's actually harder to aim than if you have the Pro Controller. So if you are looking at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 for the Switch 2 and you're thinking about it, make sure you have the Pro Controller for the Switch 2. I mean, the controller itself is already really good, but having the full sticks, it helps to actually aim and be able to track enemies when you're like aiming down sights or anything. It's just the acceleration for the Joy-Cons, because of the limited movement, it does not at all lean into, or at least help you out with Call of Duty. The auto aiming, or the aim assist they have, will be doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. That said, tabletop mode, Pro Controller, it's actually a pretty good experience. And the only thing I would say that's kind of tough is, again, seeing enemies far off in the distance on that smaller screen. But if you're able to hold it up closer to you or get really close to the screen, it actually is pretty good overall there. And it's funny, it sounds like it's like the worst experience ever for Call of Duty. I guess if you compare it to the others, it would technically be on like the lower tier. But I think people are just kind of interested in seeing Call of Duty on the Switch 2, but then in turn also are interested in maybe more of a casual Call of Duty experience. And if so, the Switch 2 would work for it. And the convenience factor, going over to a friend's house, having your Switch 2, be able to just say, oh yeah, I'll jump on with you, even though you're on the PS5 or Xbox or PC. I'll just jump in your room and we'll run some rounds that way. There is mouse mode. I didn't get a chance to try that, although I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess if it is closer, we'll say closer to 60 frames per second.
You cannot do this on the Steam Deck because it doesn't run on Proton, but nice try.
Consistently when the game releases, then I actually think that'd be a pretty good way to go about it. You would want one of those like mouse grips that I see.
Call of Duty was one of the few games that does not run on the Steam Deck because of the anti-cheat or whatever.
Going around and people buying, just to add a little more to the Joy-Con. You're gonna be moving that Joy-Con all over the place for a twitchy shooter like Modern Warfare 4. So you want to make sure you have a bit more to hold on to for the Joy-Con controller in mouse mode. I'm really interested. While I may not look at this one as
Griffin with the well, actually, well, I do like to correct misinformation.
as, oh, this is the version I'd buy for multiplayer. I'm kind of curious about some of the other modes because I see enough here with multiplayer to where I think campaign would actually be pretty cool on the Switch too. And what they've shown so far with the campaign actually looks like a campaign I want to play, unlike the previous couple where it hasn't been good. And then I'm really interested in Call of Duty Warzone to see how that ends up on the Switch too. And like again, I'm thinking of more of the casual experience, which is usually what I think of with Warzone, but also the idea of having a big battle royale experience like that, having Modern Warfare 4, having the campaign with the multiplayer on a system that draws like 10 watts. But it's interesting to see Call of Duty make its return to Nintendo with the Switch 2 and actually put on a performance that is at least parity with the other platforms. This week is the beta for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and then next weekend it'll be the full open beta that will have the Switch 2 included as well, so you can try it out for yourself. As I understand, not everyone's going to be as sensitive to frame rate or resolution as I or others may be. Who knows? Maybe
I don't know, dude. This is just cool. This is cool. I don't know if I'll buy it for the Switch 2, but I'll definitely try out the beta.
They get closer to the final release, they clean up
Why
some
not?
visuals, stabilize
I have the console.
the frame rate a bit more, and if that's the case, I could see this like actually being a primary way or platform for people to play Call of Duty going forward, especially maybe in handheld mode if that is your primary way of playing. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below in the comments. One thing I would have liked to have done, I guess it'll be more possible next weekend with like the big open beta, getting a bunch of people in a room and trying out game chat with the video feeds on the bottom while the system is trying to keep up with Modern Warfare 4 with the resolution and frame rate.
Is Warzone even a thing anymore? I don't hear anyone talk about it.
That would be that'd be something to see, and maybe I will try that out then. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty neat. It actually looks a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a complete unmitigated disaster, but it's not too bad, honestly. All right, so let's see. Where am I on the list? Connect 200 with the 2. GTA getting leaked, and fanboys are crying. Indeed, man. You really do love to see it. And PK with the 2. Watch. Okay, let me see what this is. Man. I guess that.
Hello.
Okay. And Toby the Drink with the 18 months of rehab room. It's the Doomer guy, right? Women scare me.
Oh, I didn't say scared of.
Wait.
And let's see. Connect 200 with the 2. Rockstar fanboys are cringe. I used to like GTA in 08. Yeah, Rockstar fanboys are obnoxious because they just graphic whore over everything, and that's it. That's literally it, man. All they care about is graphics. And it's obnoxious because they, like, go after every single game that doesn't have, like, graphical parity with, like, whatever the latest Rockstar game is. And it's like, dude, visuals are not the most important thing in a fucking video game. But God forbid you let them know that. Let's see, SNK Nostalgia with the 2. Play some Caleb Francis videos. We learn his TikTok compilation. Okay, let me take a look. Get all these queued up. TikTok compilation. Okay, there we go. All right, we should be all good to go. And Raymond with the 2. Old COD games work on Steam Deck, but new COD games, nope. Yeah, it's the Proton issue with the easy anti-cheat or whatever it is they use. I forget. Or what is it called, actually? It's something else. Tripwire or something? I don't remember. But yeah, the anti-cheat doesn't work with Linux is the main issue. So you have to basically run Windows on the Steam Deck, which, you know, kills the performance because, you know, the optimization of the UI and OS is what allows the Steam Deck to get as much performance as it does. So using Windows on it kind of tanks the performance to a point where you wouldn't want to play it on there, even if you do set that up.
You're on the air.
Yes, I have a question. When is Harley Fest again?
It's not called Harley Fest.
What is it called?
It's the Harley Reunion. It's the 95th birthday party for Harley Davidson. And it formally begins on Tuesday, June 9th, with the rides coming from all over the United States arriving in Milwaukee in that afternoon. It will last through the 13th. The big birthday party is at Summerfest on Saturday the 13th, and at Veterans Park, just north of the Summerfest grounds.
Okay, and sir, I just would like to say that you have a very large wiener.
That was nice of him.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I was wondering how expensive a Harley Davidson would be to get like a used one, a smaller one.
The used ones probably would run between $3,000 and $6,000 or $7,000 for a smaller bike. The new bike price would be somewhere in the area of $5,000 to $6,000 for the 883 and up to $10,000 for the 1200.
Oh wow! Is that how much you charge for a blowjob?
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
a big
a
fan
smile
of
on
Harley
that
riding
one.
because I love how it vibrates my testicles. And I like to jack off and masturbate for hours.
I
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I had a Harley Davidson once, and I dumped it over and I broke the handlebars off it, and then I shoved them up my ass.
Where did you hit to get?
Well,
Oh, you did it over there?
Hello, you're on the air.
Motorcycle riding is the best fun I've ever had besides masturbation.
Oh, yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I like to ride around my Harley all the time, and this year I went to the fest 5 years ago. This year I'm probably gonna go dressed up a little bit, maybe some crotchless chaps showing my ass and cock to everybody.
It's Harley Reunion, not a freak show. Hello?
How you doing? I wanted to tell you about I rode on a motorcycle one time. It was a lot of fun, just to feel all that power, the control you got, and it really vibrates your nuts.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I had a question for Courtney.
Yeah?
How come you're not wearing that same blue V-neck shirt that you wear all the time?
Because it got boring, and I didn't want to wear it all the time.
Oh, and I'd also like to say, Angel, you didn't disappoint me. You're wearing the same clothes too, you dirty bitch. Fuck you.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yes, I agree with the caller before
Brutal,
about
man.
people calling and being perverts. I don't appreciate that because I have kids watching too. And like my man Potty Mouth says, cock shit, pussy fuck, asshole, dick, lick, fuck, shit.
That's intelligent. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
That caller calling up saying hello, man. That's stupid.
Thank you.
At least say something funny like, you fat bitch, fuck you. Suck a dick.
I'd like, you guys do such a great job on TV, and it does upset me when these callers call in, but I just want to ask the callers if, before you call in with the obscene words and that kind of thing, if you would just think, what if your sisters or mother or brother were on the show? Would you want them to be put in that kind of position? Okay?
You're on the air.
Yes, hello, I agree with the caller about how other callers are calling in and being very rude. But also that caller before, she can go fuck herself because I'd like to slap her tits up.
Brutal, man. I'm assuming that was like a running gag on that, but... The man sitting down is slowly dying. Just like all of us, dude.
Wait, no, you.
But I'm
Hold on.
scared as well.
Well, thank you. See, now we
No,
made
I'll be
headway.
real then.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I'm scared.
I am sure you guys heard about the Lindsay Clancy case and the trial that's been going on recently. For those of you who don't know, a woman with 3 children sends her oofy doofy husband out to buy her food. Hey, oofy, get the fuck out and bring the food. And while the guy is outside, she kills her 3 children and then tries to jump out of the 2nd story window of their house, ending up paralyzed in a wheelchair.
She said she heard a man's voice telling her that if she didn't do it now, she would lose her chance.
Oh, a male voice told me. Guys, I swear they are gonna try to pin this on the manosphere as well. Oh, a voice that resembles Rehab Room told me to do it. Oh, I had postpartum depression, so I had to go and murder my 3 children. I mean, probably seeing that face, having to see her husband's face every morning, was what caused that postpartum depression. But guys, jokes aside, tragic and heinous stuff like that always happen. But what is really scary about this is not the case itself, but women's reaction to it in mass numbers. It ain't even necessarily the nature of the comments, the videos, but rather the sheer amount of likes those videos and comments get. Hundreds of thousands of people liking the video saying, free Lindsay, she's innocent. Even if she did, she didn't. It must have been her husband doing that. He must have raised his voice at her one time.
Yeah, dude, women are incapable of doing anything wrong. It had to be the husband.
At one point of their marriage, he should be the one going to jail. I mean, some go as far as, bringing up zodiacs. Oh, his DNA was found. Yeah, his DNA was found in his own house. I mean, these people are crazy. They are unhinged people. She herself, the woman herself, admits to it. And women are still saying that her husband.
I guarantee you there's a lot of overlap with this, with the whole Charlie Kirk shit and Candace Owens. I think Candace Owens is defending this chick too, isn't she?
Set her up.
The crowd of about 200 to 300 people lined the road as Lindsay Clancy was brought into the courthouse.
Just wanted to support Lindsay and just say it could be, one of my sister-in-laws, it could be one of my best friends, and it could be me. So I'm just here to support.
To the people that are upset and believe that she killed her 3 children and she should be convicted, what would be your message to them?
I'm so grateful for you that you never experienced even remotely what women experience in postpartum.
Yeah, and admittedly, she did admit to killing them, but the woman you see now is completely different from the woman who did that to her kids.
And guys, the scary thing here is these women exist in real life. You are interacting with them. You gotta deal with them at your school, your dentist maybe your colleague. That is the scary part of it. A very sizable portion of them genuinely hate men. Those posts, videos, comments get hundreds of thousands of likes. You got tens of thousands of women sending her money. Like, forget about videos, likes, and comments. They are sending her money. Hundreds of women are gathering in front of the courthouse to protest her arrest. Like, this trumps Jeremy Meeks. They didn't show that kind of love, not to even Meeks. And guys, please stop with the cop. Oh yeah, this is just a fringe group. Bro, what fringe group? What fringe? Those videos get hundreds of thousands of likes. And forget about online. Hundreds of women are gathering in front of the courthouse. They are making t-shirts, merch in support of her. Already raised $1 million. Over 30,000 women donated money. I mean, this is anything but fringe.
And I think for me, the only thing that's really missing here that I said to another woman is the children. And I just haven't heard a lot of people talking about them, and that's concerning to me. But what do you say to that?
Absolutely, the children. That's what we're here for too. The children is not. Don't take away from what we lost. Those beautiful kids. But I'm standing here for mental health awareness, and I believe those kids would have been here if she got the help she needed.
Many of us see ourselves in Lindsay. Many of us know.
I bet you do, you fucking psycho bitch.
That we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things.
Imagine being her children and hearing that. Like, oh yeah, mommy was only one step away from strangling you to death because she hated you so fucking much.
Because we experienced significant mental health issues.
Oh, we love children, but when you put but, the rest is irrelevant. Because there is premeditated murder. She literally sends her oofy-doofy husband outside to buy her food so that she can have time to do what she did. The truth is, she had more help than the vast majority of mentally ill people. She had a nanny, a private nanny that her Beta Box Deluxe husband paid for. Her children had a daycare center to go to, a doctor, psychiatrist, a husband providing for him, going outside to bring her food on demand. Like, I am not saying she wasn't feeling depressed, that she didn't have any mental issues, because she clearly did, but the vast majority of mentally ill people are living worse than her. And they are getting no help at all. None at all. They get told, don't be a pussy. Man up. Don't cry. Stop complaining. Like, with that logic, you are setting a horrible precedent.
Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. There are a fleet of doctors.
Dude, look at her fucking stupid face. Holy fuck, man.
Who should be imprisoned for what they put her on. I regularly speak out against Big Pharma. They get away with murder all the time. And in this case, they are getting away with the murder of really her 3 children, but also completely destroyed her life. When Lindsay Clancy, in my opinion, is not guilty.
I mean, we are going to see what the decision is going to be next week. But guys, it wouldn't surprise me if this evil woman gets to walk, doesn't get convicted of first degree, doesn't get the full right. Anything less than a first degree conviction will be a horrible example. I mean, to be honest with you, what is happening is already a bad example.
No, dude, it wasn't Big Pharma. It was the Jews. It was Israel, guys. Just like Israel killed Charlie Kirk, they killed the 3 kids. Obviously.
Just the sheer celebrity status Lindsay got on social media is already setting up a bad example. Because all the women that see those comments, right, seeing how much support she's getting after committing such a heinous crime, those women are going to start thinking that they are also justified to do something like that. This is just encouraging more incidents like that. Imagine like a whole city's population of women are sending her money, who are saying that we could have been in her situation. Hundreds of thousands of women. These women are going to be your doctors, are going to be your cook. They are going to be prepping your order. If they justify something as vile as that, what else could they justify? You got to ask these questions, man.
So I'm grateful to Sue for always listening and trying her best to help me. Kids are sleeping great for Pat. Pat is handling nighttime stuff. Julie for making a plan for me. A big thing is I feel disconnected with myself. Time, reality. I think going back to work will help with that.
Dude, she should be separated from that child immediately. Like, bro, that shit's fucking spooky.
Wrote that, right?
Bro, this is real psychopathy. This woman right here in this video should be on a list. Should be on a fucking list. Every single person that donated money to that account, crowdfund account, should be on a list as well. I mean, this misandrous hate is getting out of hand. Not all women are thinking like that, of course, but sadly and unfortunately, and honestly, securely, not only sadly, but also securely, a very significant portion of women do. There is a very substantial amount of women who were raised in this modern time education system, especially among Gen Z women, young women. Like, a lot of them genuinely hate men. But the issue is they direct that anger towards the bottom 80%, 90% of men. They genuinely believe women are oppressed underclass, and the culprit is a system created by and for men. Women are the victims. So by definition, you can't hold them accountable. It is always someone else's fault, man's fault in particular.
And shocking news in entertainment. Heroes and Nashville star Hayden Panettiere has died at the age of 36.
Cardiac arrest. Overdose. CPR's in progress.
Toxicology testing is underway, and Hayden's mother points the finger at her daughter's on-off boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, calling him, quote, a toxic individual who I believe led to her death.
Nashville star Hayden Panettiere.
That's right, dude. It's her boyfriend's fault that she overdosed on drugs.
She bravely revealed her battle with postpartum depression after the birth of her first child.
We are seeing the same with Hayden Panettiere, you know, the actress that died recently. Everybody was like, oh my God, the dark side of Hollywood. Well, it is time to stop blaming Hollywood and start holding people accountable for their own choices and actions. Or postpartum depression, the dark side of Hollywood. No, dude, you gotta take responsibility. Isn't that what you always tell men? No, it is not because of Hollywood. It is because of her. Maybe when she was younger, she fell for that, and that, you know, wasn't her fault. But she's 36 now. Let me tell you what really happened. She was probably a very hedonistic person who always lived an easy life, always got attention, always lived a party life, hanging out with celebrities, just kept abusing substances. And in the end, that is how she died.
About 16, one of the people that I was working with in my inner circle introduced me for the first time to what she called happy pills. And I had no idea what they were, but I know that when I was given one and I was sent on a red carpet, I was like lively and like totally down to answer the questions and a chatterbox.
What did you come to learn those happy pills were?
I think they were a form of Adderall.
Okay, that might not be your fault, but you are not 16 anymore, you are 36. You gotta take responsibility for the rest. And now they are blaming her ex-husband. It is similar to Lindsay, always husband's fault, right? Oh, dude, evil husband took the child of...
Dude, taking Adderall once is not gonna fucking do anything to you. Holy shit.
Hayden, when in reality, she herself gave up the custody of her child so that she can party up, live her life to the fullest. That was her decision. Abused substances. And in the end, that is how she passed away. Simple as that, bro. It is not her ex-husband's fault. And guys, her husband is probably staying silent, only saying good stuff, you know, because he doesn't want to smear her name now that she's dead. If only we knew what else he has seen her do around that child. Why did he want to take the full custody of the child? He was probably like, Hayden, what the fuck? What were you thinking doing that next to our baby? He's probably staying silent now to respect the deceased mother of his child. That is why.
Did your partner recognize that you were struggling?
I respect him for being such a driven human being, and he's very positive. Athletes, just they're very diligent.
Yeah,
that mentality is just pretty incredible, but he's also a man, doesn't have any sisters, so he really thought that I was doing it to myself, I think.
Yeah.
You speak different languages. It's just totally different, and no, I don't have control over it. No, I'm not.
It got to the point that her ex ended up taking her daughter from her.
But of course, you know, she can never be at fault, right? It must be her ex-husband's fault. It is man's fault. It is because of people like you and me. Fuck it, guys. It is my fault. It is my fault. Both Lindsay Clancy and Hayden Panettiere were my fault. I should have done better. It is my fault. I mean, it is crazy. But the same compassion is never shown to men. Never shown to us. Oh, dude, stop having this victim mentality. You're working 2 jobs, breaking your back, barely being able to afford rent. Suck it up, man. Man up. Don't blame anyone else. A real man takes accountability. This compassion and empathy that society seemingly have for women is never shown towards us. And men in general, let alone people like you and me. A lot of Gen Z women have contempt for most men. Maybe not consciously, but they still do nonetheless. Like, in her mind, she believes that she's oppressed, that she's being held back, that we live in an evil and patriarchal system. But the man running the world is the top 1%, less than 1% of men. But since they can't deny their biology, since she can't stop being attracted and not chase those top 1% of men, she's gonna take it out on you, who are objectively living harder, more difficult lives than her. Women really don't realize how difficult men's lives are. If you are a woman watching this and if you think you are struggling, imagine our situation. Because society ain't gonna label you as a massive loser if you are working as a cashier at age 25. Now try being a man. You are going to get clowned by your peers. Nobody's going to respect you. Nobody will want to date you. Women are completely and utterly disconnected from this reality. At least most of them, because they never really experience it themselves. And not only that, not only experience them. Education system, those colleges and media tells them that they are being held back, that there is a patriarchy. And women are the eternal victims of this. And they buy into that. Of course they do. So they are disconnected from the realities of the vast majority of men. Sub-8, low status men. Just because they always protect one of their own, no matter what, they don't get this intra-male competition that we gotta deal with. Bro, men hate each other. I mean, there's an intra-gender competition among women too, but only to some degree. Only when it comes to attracting top 1% of men, but nowhere near as bad as men do. The Lindsay Clancy case is the perfect example of this. Guys, imagine if a man killed his 3 children in cold blood just because his wife treated him badly, or he was depressed, or whatever, you wouldn't find a single man defending him.
Nope.
Not a single soul, as it should be. For example,
unless he was hot. Unless he was hot. If the guy was attractive, then there would be women simping for him. So, you know, like a Ted Bundy type.
How we blasted that father, that so-called father who caused the death of his own child. That treadmill case, right? You are gonna remember that video. I have blasted that father. And not a single, guys. Not one single comment under that video said, hey, Riyab, he was just doing what he thought was the best for his kid. Not a single comment said that. And keep in mind, his case was nothing like Lindsay. It was a manslaughter. It wasn't a straight-up premeditated murder in cold blood like her case. But women are legit defending that cold-blooded murderer. I mean, guys, we are gonna see what happens next week. The verdict is gonna come out. But honestly, living in this clown show that we live in, it wouldn't surprise me if she walks. If they say, oh, she's just mentally ill, not evil, not criminally liable. So she gets admitted to a hospital for a couple years and then she walks. She's among us. She's gonna be prepping your food. You better hope she doesn't see your name, the male name on the order, and mess with the food.
See, SNK nostalgia with the 2. I hate the left. Unfortunately, this is not a left or right issue. This is a male versus female issue because when push comes to shove, women will defend each other regardless of political affiliation. And SNK nostalgia also with the 2, laced with Fent, most likely, possibly, you know? That shit's a real problem. Like, doing drugs to me is just retarded. Like, there's zero benefit, but you can't tell people some shit. I don't know. And also the 2, really appreciate it, man. I stopped doing drugs 20 years ago, totally worth. Yeah, that's definitely the right decision, man. It ain't worth the risk. Any perceived benefit is far, you know, outweighed by the potential it has to fuck up your life.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Don't be a fucking free agent in life. Or go be it, fuck it, man. Go be it, you know? Since it is my fault, go be a fucking free agent.
Alright, let's see. So next up, we got this. Alright.
I was thinking about bringing unicorns back, Peter. Really, lighten everybody's spirits up. What do you think? I think you should probably save that for next year. This year has been so bad. People would probably just kill them all. Yeah, you're probably right. New Year's Day, maybe. Hey guys, I'm back. Peter, the chains. Did you not put?
Is this the right video? What is this shit? I've never understood why you'd want that to make you... Oh, wait. Want something that makes you a retard. Kind of like me trying to read. Like drugs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never wanted to take substances that inhibit my ability to, you know, act rationally. I don't know, like... I've always wanted to, you know, basically have control of my faculties, not, you know, get rid of them.
Chains on the gate, they were just regular chains. They weren't even like heaven chains. They wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, the chains weren't tight enough. I was able to squeeze through. Okay, Caleb, what are you here to tell me I've done wrong now? It's just constructive criticism. But why did you make gnats? You mean gnats?
It's rape apologist chance.
Gnats? No way. Yeah, why would there be a G on it if it wasn't pronounced G? You guys are messing with me. Nope, it's gnats, but it's mostly for other small bugs and birds to eat. Birds could eat seeds and worms.
2023 Perfect Dark with the rage quit. Women shouldn't take accountability except for when she's white and says gamer, or she's 14 and accusing an engineer of trying to, yeah, grape soda her. Exactly, man. Yup, exactly. Yeah, there's always exceptions. So, you know, some level of oppression outweighs others.
I don't have nearly as much trouble with worms. Gnats try to drink from your eyes. They only drink eye juice. Gnats can't even get close to me because I radiate so much energy. If they try to drink from my eyes, they would explode. So my dog bit a little kid yesterday, and I had to put him down so I wouldn't get in trouble. I had him a little funeral and dug him a small grave. He wasn't very big. I just hope that his parents don't come over to my back.
PK did not super chat since we watched his video, so we've already seen it.
Backyard. A headstone reading Bryson Jr. might give me away. All right, gang, we're almost done with this Walmart bathroom. One last thing to do is to check and make sure the gap in the stall doors lines up perfectly with the center of the toilet. Boss, I'd be honored to test it for you. All right, Timothy, you're my man. Get in there.
That is, I have noticed that before.
Everybody take notes. Be a little more like Timothy. Show some initiative. How's it look, boss? All right, let me give it a slow walk by and check it out. Perfect. The gap is just big enough to see all of your secret parts as I walk by. Exactly like it was designed. Flawless. Heck yeah, the American dream, huh? Being able to lock eyes with a stranger through the stall door while you're taking a number 2 in a Walmart bathroom. Couldn't get any better. Amen, Timothy. Greatest country in the world. I'll drink to that. Could you stop watching me, though, for a second, so I can actually use the bathroom before we leave? Not a chance. Cars. Am I right? Yeah, it's a great movie. Owen Wilson as a car, chasing his dreams with Mater. No, cars in real life. The ones you can really drive. Oh, yeah. Those are cool, too. They help me get from place to place.
Yeah, I'm not big on TikTok either.
You know what I mean? When you turn the switch on the steering wheel and the lights come on.
I don't even have it.
Oh, man. Hood scoops, spoilers. I'm talking aerodynamics here. This thing, wind. It's not even a problem for this car. Tires and rims wide and low for maximum torque, for takeoff speed. Do you know of Fast and Furious, the franchise? Yeah, I've heard of it. Pure inspiration motivated me to do cars. One day if you know how to live in Tokyo. Yeah, you know, drifting. Wish I could have sex with cars. Oh, hey, Caleb. Oh, hey, stranger. In my messages, what's up? You are fat. Oh. Is that the only reason you messaged me? And you are bald. Fat, bald guy. Are you okay? I feel like there's some deeper issues going on here. Your mom's vagina is my deeper issue. Burn. Like, you're being pretty rude, but I feel like it's a cry for help. Those jeans are crying for help, because you're so fat. Okay, I get it. Enough. What's going on? What's bothering you? Why don't my parents love each other anymore? What's going on? Did I do something?
You.
Sometimes people just grow apart. You're growing apart because you're getting so fat. Come on, do you want help or not? Yes, please, help me. I mean, all they gotta do is put a mask on.
I guess this is like a cringe compilation or something. I don't
Hard as that
know.
to understand. I mean, let's face
No
it, not
clue,
all
man.
of your creations were the smartest.
Never seen this dude before in my life.
You remember Hitler, right? Yeah. How could I forget? I messed up bad making him. Hey, what are you guys talking about? None of your business, Caleb. This is a private conversation. How do you keep getting in here? Is a real question. Wouldn't you like to know? But I do have a real question. Oh, really? I never would. Yeah, of course you do. What is it? What do you want? Why'd you put foreskin on wieners if we were going to have to eventually just start cutting it off due to, like, medical issues? Originally, it was meant to
Because it's a perfect pizza topping for Rabbi Sheckelstein.
protect against infections, but end up being the cause of most of those. So, yeah, and the whole thing is just really ugly with or without the foreskin. Mom still has mine saved in a little memory book. Wait, you have a mom? So you're human. At least he's part human. Who's your dad? Bye. Wait.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice guys always finish last. Should have known that.
What are you laughing at, you little bitch? Oh, God, not a fruit fly. Get out of here. In your dreams. I've only just arrived. I'm just trying to watch a show. Can you get out of my face?
Should go back to MW4 to spite PK. I could. I wouldn't mind playing it again.
What the shit? This is my place now. I own this whole place. Yeah, okay. Don't you only live for like a day or two? You wish. That's a common misconception. A fruit fly's life cycle is anywhere from 35 to 60 days. I'm gonna be here for a while. You used to seeing me fly by the TV. Might even land on your face every now and then. Or on your food. Not if I snatch you out of the air, you slow flying piece of shit. I'd like to see you try. Maybe I'll make you a little apple juice and Dawn dish soap cocktail. Alright, chill. So I've done this thing since I was little, where I like give human names to food. Like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is a peanut butter and Jeremy sandwich. A Philly cheesesteak is a Philip cheesesteak. Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is a sausage, Greg, and cheese biscuit. I don't know why I do it, but I love it. It cracks me up inside every time. And I want to know if I'm the only one who does this. What are some names that you guys give food? Let me know in the comments or something, okay? Love you so much.
I got bitches off the Zans. Bitch, I got bitches.
I know nothing about this, bro. Don't ask me.
Come on, dude.
I'm guessing this is like a TikTok cringe compilation.
Dude. One of us is going to have to change. All right.
No clue.
Again.
Dude,
come
seriously?
on.
Okay.
Dude, that's like that Last of Us episode.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. What happened? What's going on? Yeah, baby. Let's go. What's going on? Did you win something? What?
Yeah, I remember the TikTok shit that U Generation used to send all the time. Do you guys remember that?
No, bro, it's you. You in that water. You took a drink of it.
U Generation was a big fan of TikTok back in the day.
Yeah, I was thirsty. I needed a drink. Hell yeah. Up top. Let's go! I don't want to. I just came down for a drink. It's late. I was parched. I don't want to go. I don't want to get hyped up right now. Let's go.
No, it wasn't God Howard. It was U Generation.
I don't want to take another drink of water. I don't want to go back upstairs. I don't want to go to bed.
He used to send furry compilations, brony compilations, TikTok compilations, weeb compilations.
Let's go. Here's the #1 surefire way to pick up a girl at the gym. Just leave her alone. She's not there for you, bro. You just focus
Sad but true.
on yourself, work on your muscles, get fit. And if she's interested, one way or another, she'll let you know. Okay? Don't be a creep. All right? Love you so much.
But every time I go to the gym, I get arrested. God. It's not my fault I can't hide my boner in my shorts. God. Bruh. That's gotta be brutal, dude. Such a gooner that you can't even go to the fucking gym without popping a chub. Yikes. That's pretty crazy. Popping a chub at the gym.